Thanos. Now, if you remember, Thanos is in Avengers. However, he's not in this outfit. He's in his completely armored look, which I still want to make. However, I redid the Infinity Gauntlet on this Thanos completely. I sculpted it. Each stone is on here. It was painted gold with some brown details. There's all the stones, some other brown detailing. And then I also completely painted the back finally. I made this so long ago that there were no reference images of the back yet, and I never made it. Well, I finally added the back to this as well. So this Infinity War Thanos is finally complete. Oh, there we go. It wouldn't be my video if I didn't sneeze. Bless me. But here we go. But yeah, so pretty much exactly the same, just new gauntlet, and I did the back. So technically, the Infinity War Thanos, but there's no other video I would show him in, so he's in this one. Alright, next, I will show the older of the figures, and also this is the one that I mentioned, stipulation, because it's actually the Iron Man Mark 7 suit, which was technically an Endgame. So I'm not worrying about spoilers. The movie's been out for like 3 weeks at this point. They travel back in time to 2012, so you do briefly see this suit. Actually, you see it with his helmet off, and I don't have a hairpiece currently, but you see it with the helmet off. But I did make this suit, so it actually, so the armor piece is a Clone Army Customs. Well, let me point out, he's very shiny, if you can't tell, and that's because I used, I actually have it right here. I used this Model Masters silver, and then let me see if I can grab the other one. Where'd it go? Oh no. Is it where I can't find it? There it is. Okay. So I did a coat of that Model Masters silver first, and then a couple, I think only 2 coats of this Model Masters transparent red. And what that does is gives a really nice metallic red effect. It's the same exact method I used on my 45. So there's those two together. But exact same paint method, so it gives this very nice metallic red color. It's the only way I'll ever paint an Iron Man figure if I do for some reason make another one, but I love this red paint, and I just love the shiny, and it looks so nice. So, but he has sculpted thighs. He has it's a Clone Army Customs armor piece, an official helmet, the gauntlets, hand armor, and the little gold bits there on the arms, like the elbows are sculpted. A little bit of the side of the toe is sculpted, like I don't know how to describe it. This little bit right here is 3D, and then so is actually the hip. You can see there's if I angle it right, you can see there's a right here, this top bit is actually lower than this bit right here that this gold bit's on. There's the back, just all painted. The only sculpting was on the arms and those 2 bits on the those bits on the legs. The armor and the helmet are from Lego. Again, there's the head, painted. And that's actually this silver right here at the top of the torso. These bits, and then this silver right here. It's the same. That's the silver without the red paint on it. So that's what it looks like on its own. So technically, you use that same paint to make like a Mark II. But yeah, that's Iron Man Mark 7 from the first Avengers movie. I really love this figure. I like it a lot more than the Mark 45 here that I made. I still like this one because I sculpted a lot of it, but I might redo the helmet on this one eventually. It's fine for now, but I just like the Mark 7 is my favorite Iron Man suit in the MCU, so this one just wins by that way. So the last figure, oh, and actually real quick, just to compare the red, here's Lego's dark red and an unpainted Clone Army Customs armor piece compared to mine. So that's what they look like together. Alright, and then the last one is, so if you see my Instagram, you've seen this guy. I actually just finished Stormbreaker like a day or so ago. So here's Thor. So this is Thor at the beginning of the movie when he's still got his Infinity War look. I'm going to go ahead and take Stormbreaker out. So here's Stormbreaker. The head of this hammer is actually from a guy on Instagram named Tumio. I ordered this from him and got this hammerhead. I cut off the handle that came with it because it was like his own version of the handle. And then I glued on a Lego rod and sculpted the branch texture, wrapped some string, painted it up with the same chrome silver actually was on the Iron Man and some gunmetal. And that's how that came out. So there's my Stormbreaker. As for this Thor, so he has all the little raised bits. His belt, the pecs, all the circles are raised. His pants are just painted, that texture, and the front of the boots are sculpted, but that's it. The arms, I actually achieved this texture on the chainmail texture on the arms by rolling out a piece of Procreate. And then, like, where is my X-Acto knife? Oh, I almost stabbed myself because the cap came off. I rolled this little, this portion of the X-Acto knife over a piece of flat Procreate, and then kind of draped that over the arm and form-fitted it to, and I put a bicep under there before I did that, but basically that gave this nice chainmail texture for the arms, and that's on both arms. And also sculpted the gauntlets. There's some electrical tape on there as well. The head, I think it was actually a Frodo head from Lord of the Rings. So, painted the beard. Added some lighter tones in the mustache. Sanded the sides of the hair and added those like marks that he got in Thor Ragnarok. Painted the hair, gave it a wash. Cape, double-sided. So yeah, that's Infinity War Thor. But this Thor actually has something neat about him. So if I take that and then take these. Yeah. So now if I do a little bit of magic off camera. Yeah. Bear with me. Oh, I got the cape off. These these black bits that go on top are actually attached to the cape. And the cape was a red cape. It's actually one of those like leathery ones that came in the old Royal Guard, like Emperor's Royal Guard battle pack from a few years ago, and I painted on that side to keep it from bleeding through. But now I've done that, we can move that, and here we have Endgame Thor from the end of Endgame. So I swapped the torso and the head. The arms and legs are shared, but the torso has a gut. It's pretty much the same sculpt. There are minor differences between the two, but they're essentially supposed to be the same thing. It's just one is fat and one isn't. And I can hold up the other one. So, see? One is just fat and one is not. But the main thing with this one is this head with the sculpted beard and the, so he's got the scar in there, he's got the sculpted beard with the braid going down, the modded hobbit hair for his long hair, his mouth is painted in there as well, but the eyebrows are painted, but, and then just to show you what he looks like with Stormbreaker as well. Yeah. I'll raise his arm up so you can hold him. There he is with Stormbreaker. And actually, I have a Mjolnir as well. I mentioned that I cut the hammer off of the Stormbreaker Tumia sent me. Well, that handle, the bottom of that handle, is pretty much just Mjolnir's handle. So I cut that off and glued it onto a Lego Mjolnir. Painted all the brown. The silver is actually, besides all the silver rings here are actually from the original piece. They are raised in relief. So I painted all the brown in there and then painted the hammer and the pommel a matching silver and then made a little strap. So he can have a Mjolnir as well. And that can just go in his hand. And he can have both of them. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. So let me bring these boys in here. So this video actually came out longer than I wanted it to, but here they are. hope you enjoyed these figures. Let me actually move them back. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. I am very pleased with all three of these, but let me know what you think. So yeah.